So, Colonel, today we're going to focus on mortgage foreclosures because I know that that's something that you do quite often. And so let's start with the beginning, and that is, what's the difference between a mortgage foreclosure and a short sale?
Well, in the foreclosure part, that's pretty obvious that someone has breached their note and mortgage, and because of that, the mortgage company or mortgage holder has filed a foreclosure, which ends up in the sale of the home, forced sale, and that's how the mortgage foreclosures end. The short sale, however, by its definition, is the sale of the home for less than what's owed on the mortgage. And in my definition of it, includes also that mortgage company then accepts that as payment in full. So if you have a $200,000 mortgage and you can only sell your house for $150,000, the mortgage company then accepts that as a short sale. Whatever they net out of that short sale transaction is what they accept as payment in full. And so at the end of the closing, you have transferred your ownership interest to the new purchaser. The mortgage company has gotten the net of that $150,000, $125,000, whatever it is, and you get a satisfaction of mortgage, and the debt's forgiven or forgotten, and you go. That's the deal. That's a short sale.
Well, Colonel, I'm going to have to tell you about my experience, because back in the beginning of short sales a couple years ago, when a lender wrote a letter to the client and said, "We hereby agree to accept $150,000 on your $200,000 mortgage, and we will call it payment full." That seemed to be the standard procedure 2 years ago.
Yes.
These days, though, more and more lenders are saying, "Look, we will take $150,000 at the moment of closing. We will release our mortgage lien against the piece of property. However, we want you, the borrower, the seller of this home, to sign an unsecured promissory note agreeing to pay us some money over a number of years."
Yes, I've experienced that also, and that to me is changing the definition of what a true short sale is. If you end up still owing money after the short sale, then it's really something a little bit different. And I usually recommend my clients to fight that as hard as they can.